Imagine America in the late 1800s, a young nation booming with opportunity, yet riddled with financial instability. Banks were failing, railroads were overextended, and industries were struggling to survive. Into this turbulent world stepped a man who would shape the very backbone of American finance. John Pierpont Morgan, or J.P. Morgan. Born in 1837 to a wealthy banking family, Morgan combined intelligence, ambition, and vision in a way few could. He wasn't just after money, he wanted to build order out of chaos, a financial system strong enough to support a rapidly industrializing nation. From an early age, Morgan demonstrated an exceptional understanding of finance. While other young men of his status pursued leisure, Morgan studied banking, investments, and international finance. He quickly realized that in America, opportunity was abundant, but chaos could destroy it. His early experiences taught him that timing, information, and decisive action were everything in the world of banking. These lessons would guide him throughout his career and form the foundation of his revolutionary approach to finance. Morgan began his career working in his father's banking firm, where he quickly earned a reputation for sharp insight and relentless determination. Unlike his peers, he wasn't content to follow the existing methods. He wanted to reshape them. He studied failing railroads and corporations and developed a unique approach: consolidate weak entities, restructure debt, and create stability. By the 1870s, Morgan had already become a force to be reckoned with on Wall Street, signaling the start of a career that would redefine American banking. Railroads were the arteries of the American economy, yet many were on the verge of collapse due to mismanagement and overexpansion. Morgan intervened, merging smaller, struggling lines into larger, more efficient networks. This not only stabilized the railroads, but also restored investor confidence. His influence didn't stop there. He began reorganizing steel, shipping, and utility companies, laying the groundwork for industrial consolidation that would characterize the modern American economy. Morgan's philosophy was clear. Finance was not just about profits, it was about responsibility. He believed bankers had a duty to maintain stability, ensure trust, and support economic growth. He combined meticulous planning with calculated risk-taking, creating companies and banks resilient enough to withstand economic shocks. His approach was often criticized for concentrating too much power in the hands of one man, yet it was precisely this vision that allowed him to transform the nation's economy. One of Morgan's landmark achievements was the creation of U.S. Steel in 1901. By merging Andrew Carnegie's steel empire with several other major steel companies, Morgan formed the world's first billion-dollar corporation. This move not only stabilized the steel industry but also introduced the concept of large-scale industrial consolidation. It set a precedent for corporate mergers in America and demonstrated Morgan's ability to combine vision with strategic execution. Morgan's reach extended far beyond finance. He played a pivotal role in stabilizing industries that were critical to America's infrastructure and growth. From steel to railroads to electricity, Morgan ensured that major sectors were organized, profitable, and efficient. His work created a ripple effect, influencing industrial practices, corporate governance, and even public policy. The defining moment of Morgan's career came during the Panic of 1907. The stock market was collapsing, banks were failing, and the federal government lacked the tools to respond. Morgan stepped in, personally organizing a coalition of top Wall Street bankers to provide liquidity, stabilize failing banks, and restore public confidence. His intervention averted a nationwide economic disaster, showcasing his unparalleled influence and strategic genius. The Panic of 1907 highlighted the vulnerability of an unregulated banking system. Morgan's actions proved that strategic intervention by a skilled banker could save the economy, but it also underscored the need for a central banking system. This ultimately led to the creation of the Federal Reserve in 1913, designed to provide a safety net and ensure stability. Reflecting lessons learned from Morgan's era, Morgan revolutionized banking through consolidation, restructuring, and standardization. Smaller, weaker banks were merged into stronger institutions, and debt was carefully managed to ensure stability. He emphasized trust, transparency, and careful oversight, principles that remain the foundation of modern banking. His methods helped create an American financial system capable of supporting a growing industrial nation. Morgan's impact on industry was profound. By stabilizing railroads, reorganizing steel, and supporting emerging sectors, he created the conditions for sustained economic growth. Corporations could expand without fear of collapse, and investors developed confidence in the system. Morgan's ability to turn chaos into opportunity reshaped the landscape of American business. Despite his enormous power, Morgan was known for his discipline, strategic thinking, and strong sense of responsibility. He rarely sought publicity, focusing instead on results. His life demonstrated that true influence comes not from wealth alone, but from vision, decisiveness, and an understanding of the greater economic picture. Morgan's influence wasn't confined to America. His connections with European banks and investors allowed him to navigate international finance effectively, securing funding for large projects and strengthening global economic ties. He helped position the United States as a financial power on the world stage. Morgan continued to shape the American economy until his death in 1913. His passing marked the end of an era, but his impact endured. Many of the institutions he consolidated or created continued to dominate the economy, and his strategies influenced generations of bankers and financiers. J.P. Morgan was more than a banker. He was a strategist, industrial organizer, and nation builder. Through consolidation, crisis management, and visionary leadership, he literally built the American banking system. His legacy remains embedded in modern finance, and his life stands as a testament to the power of vision, discipline, and courage in shaping the economic destiny of a nation.